Fujii, and welcome to the 6th session of Agriculture 194V, focus on agriculture. Agriculture 194V is a one-credit course offered by your College of Agriculture, Forestry, and Natural Resource Management at the University of Hawaii at Hilo. And we come to you live every Thursday evening from the television studios located in the Mookini Library on the University of Hawaii at Hilo campus. And we also come to you by way of the Hawaii Interactive Television System and your local community service channel. For those of you joining us for the first time, Focus on Agriculture is a course to inform you about the various aspects of diversified agriculture in the state of Hawaii. And each semester we try to focus on a different subject area. But by popular demand, the cooking class has been so popular that we've repeated the cooking class, where we bring in various chefs from local restaurants to prepare various dishes for you, emphasizing local agricultural products. Before I go on, I'd like to make a few announcements. First of all, if you have to get a hold of me, if I could have the Elmo, you can get a hold of me by postal mail at 200 West Kawili Street, Hilo, Hawaii 96720-4091, or you can get a hold of me by phone at 974-7393, or by fax at 974-7674. And for those of you on the internet, you can call me or you can email me at jfujii@hawaii.edu. Also, I'd like to say a few words about the College of Agriculture, Forestry, and Natural Resource Management at the University of Hawaii at Hilo. We offer a Bachelor of Science degree, and we have 7 specializations. Specializations in agribusiness, agroecology and environmental quality, animal science, and our animal science programs have a pre-veterinary program and a production option. And we also have an aquaculture program, crop protection, general agriculture, and tropical horticulture. So those are the programs that we have at the College of Agriculture, and if you know someone that is interested in the College of Agriculture, we hope that you will give us a call. Also, I'd like to remind you that for those of you taking the course for credit, the recipes, you all have to turn in a local recipe, and the recipes are due in my office by April 26th. So mark that date down and make sure you get your recipes into me, because if you don't, you'll lose 1 letter grade. So make sure you get that recipe into me by April 26th. Since we are coming to you live this evening at approximately 8 p.m., those of you in the viewing audience, and of course those of you here in the studio, can ask questions of our guest chef this evening. So why don't you jot your questions down and call us at approximately 8 p.m., and we'll have the numbers on the screen for you. Unfortunately, those of you on the outer islands, you will have to call us long distance. We lost our collect number. We have another very interesting presentation for you this evening. We hope that you don't change the channel. This evening we are featuring the Empire Cafe here in downtown Hilo. And my guest this evening is Daniel Watahara. Daniel is the chef and the owner and the manager there at Empire Cafe, and he will be doing some cooking for us. So I'm going to turn the class over to Daniel. Go ahead, Daniel.
Hi, my name is Daniel. I'm from Empire Cafe, and I'm the owner of the restaurant. And I would like to start off by making some chicken paria and chicken Kalamungai. But I'm going to start off by cooking off the chicken.
Okay, so Daniel, tonight we're going to do some Filipino cooking, right?
Right.
And your restaurant is noted for its Filipino dishes.
Food, yeah.
Okay. And I think, if I remember correctly, your restaurant got the Tribune Herald Award for being one of the top restaurants in town, right?
For Reader's Choice for 4 years in a row.
All right. So you're going to start off with the Kalamungai and the Paria?
Yeah, what I'm doing is I'm going to make the stock for the soups, yeah?
Okay. Is that the Kalamungai?
Yeah, Kalamungai and the chicken Paria is going to be the same stock, yeah, we'll be using.
Paria, that's P-A-R-I-Y-A.
Yeah.
And Kalamungai is K-A-L-A-M-U-N-G-I.
I believe so, I'm not sure.
Well, that's what it sounds like.
Yeah.
And of course, Kalamungai is, I believe Kalamungai is a tree, and I think it belongs to the legume family. And you strip the leaves off the tree, right?
That is correct.
Okay.
So right now I'm just glazing it with a little bit of oil and some salt and garlic and ginger for right now, just to give it the flavor, yeah?
Okay.
Just to base that off. And I'm also going to be cubing up some pork, and that's going to be for the mungo beans and also for, what else? The Pinakbet, yeah? Yeah.
Okay, so in addition to the Paria and the Kalamungai, Daniel's going to be making some mongo beans, M-O-N-G-O beans, and Pinakbet, which is P-I-N-A-C-B-E-T. Okay, go ahead, Daniel.
Okay, right now I'm just waiting for this thing to heat up.
And in addition to the Paria, the Kalamungai, mungo beans, and Pinakbet, Daniel will be preparing a Warabi salad and chicken papaya.
That is correct.
Okay. Okay, I hear the people back home cannot hear you too well, so I'm going to have to move your mic up a little bit, Daniel. Okay, let's try that.
How's that?
Out.
A little better?
How's that? I think so. Go ahead.
Okay. So right now we're just kind of waiting for this thing to heat up and fry up a little bit of the garlic and the ginger.
So, Daniel, where is the Empire Cafe located at?
It's right across from the Palace Theater on Hilo Street.
Right across the Palace, the old Palace Theater on Hilo Street, downtown Hilo.
Right.
Okay.
It was a theater in 1922, I believe. It was called the Empire Theater.
Oh,
it's one of the first theaters in Hilo.
And that's the way you got the name of your restaurant?
Right.
I see. Okay. And when are you open over there?
We're open 6 days a week. We're open from Monday through Saturday, and we're open from 8 to 3 in the afternoon.
Okay.
We're not doing dinner right now.
All right. So if you want lunch, that's a good place to eat some healthy vegetarian type dishes, huh?
Yeah, we have some veggie dishes too. We have curries. We have all kinds of veggie dishes. We have enchiladas. We have also some American dishes too, like hamburger steaks and local dishes, yeah.
Okay.
We also do omelets and breakfast. We cube up our potatoes. We cube up our potatoes for golden brown, for hash browns instead of the frozen stuff. And
so if you like your local food,
and it's a good sized portions. A lot of people like my omelets because you can do them to the way you want. There's a whole bunch of lists of items that you can select from my menu, and I will cook it up for you to order.
All right. So folks got to go visit the Empire Cafe.
Yes.
So what are you doing now?
Right now I'm just taking out the pork and I'm getting ready to cut it up and fry it up.
Okay.
So we can start on the next dish, yeah?
And what part of the pork?
This is the pork butt, yeah? And what I'm going to do is I'm going to cube it up to about half-inch slices, yeah? Cubes.
So I guess you can have the butcher at the meat market slice.
Yeah, I have him cut steaks for me, and then I do the size I want, yeah, for the cubing.
Okay.
So I have more control over it.
And what is the seating capacity over there then?
The seating capacity, it's actually a really small hole in the wall restaurant. It has like 6 tables, a couple deuces, and about four tops, yeah, and a little bar.
Real local style.
Oh yeah,
Okay.
it's a lot of to-goes that I do.
Well, how did you get into cooking?
Well, actually, I kind of just fell right into it because my father and I were in the process of opening up the restaurant, and he passed away in the process, and he was supposed to be the cook. I was supposed to be the waiter.
Oh,
But it turned out that I'm being the cook and everything else.
So did you have some formal training in cooking?
Not actually, but I was very fortunate that I had a couple people that helped me out with that. I had somebody who's instructor in cooking, and he was nice enough to help me out, and his name is Dennis Ebenez. And he's been helping me along for years on my dishes.
So do you have a lot of employees there at Empire Cafe?
Actually, I just do it by myself because it's just a little hole in the wall, yeah.
I see.
And I do have some people help me once in a while for different events, yeah.
And do you do takeout orders and things
Yes,
like that?
a lot of takeout orders.
And so if I want to get a takeout, I just give you a call.
Just give me a jingle, and that way you don't have to wait, because a lot of the food I make it on hand, yeah? I do not pre-cook it.
So Daniel, what is your phone number over there?
935-1721.
1721.
Uh-huh.
Okay. And so you kind of specialize in Filipino food, right?
Right. Well, that's my most sales is from Filipino food, yeah? I do a lot of Filipino food. But I do have other dishes, like I said, yeah?
Geez, Watahara doesn't sound too Filipino-ish
I know.
to me, but...
Japanese Holly cooking Filipino food.
I see.
There's a demand for it. Nobody was doing it at the time, so I decided to give it a
there,
try, yeah?
Are there other restaurants in town that do Filipino
Yeah,
food?
they do a few dishes, but I do mine every day, yeah? Some people
Oh.
make it for specials,
I see.
but I do it every day.
Well, how in the world did you get into Filipino dishes?
Well, I had a friend, his parents had a Filipino restaurant, and he said, you know, maybe you should try, check it out, because nobody's doing it. And evidently it took off after that. So it was a good suggestion on his part.
So your dishes are kind of traditional.
I would say it's more like plantation style.
Okay, so it's kind of localized.
Localized a little, yeah. Basically the same idea though as
Okay.
a traditional, but it has a plantation style, yeah.
So you gotta prepare your stock first for the
Before we can.
Kalamungai and the
Oh yes.
Paria. What is a Paria?
Paria is the bitter melon leaf, and it's a real bitter soup, but a lot of people like it. Has an inquiring taste, but once you get it, you have that taste. Can't get away from it.
So you're using the leaves, you're not using the melon?
No, the melon we're going to be using for the
Pinakbet?
Pinakbet, yeah.
Okay. Well, this the bitter melon, is it the wild bitter melon that you use?
I use the commercial ones.
Okay.
The wild one is a little bit more bitter than the commercial grown one, yeah?
So do you have a lot of Filipinos coming into your restaurant and eating there?
Quite a bit.
And what do they say?
They say it's good. They like it and they come back.
Okay,
I have the old tatas come by and eat, and they love it.
so it must be good.
Yeah.
Okay. And You've been in business for quite some time then.
Yeah, 6 years.
Six years, did you say?
Yes, 6 years.
That's pretty good for Hilo.
Yeah. Well, I've been only doing Filipino food for about 4 years now, 4 or 5 years. First year was just doing just American dishes and some tacos and different other things, and then I felt to go more on the local side, yeah? Get return customers.
So, are you planning to open up for dinner also?
Not at this time right now, but maybe eventually, yeah.
So, for this pork dish, you're using one whole pork butt.
Yeah, it's a small pork butt. It's not that huge, so.
About what size would you say?
It's probably about 4 pounds is what I'm using right now.
Okay.
I selected a small one because I remember the last time I was cooking it, we barely finished the show.
Oh,
For the food was ready, yeah?
okay.
So, trying to make it so.
Okay, now what do you have? What do you have in the big pot up there?
Okay, that is for the chicken, papaya, paria, and kalamungai, yeah?
Okay.
So right now I'm taking the chicken thighs. I'm using thighs tonight.
Okay. Chicken thighs.
Yeah. And
So
what
we're
I'm
going to
gonna
be
do is
skipping around tonight from Paria, Kalamungai.
Right. So what I did was I just dropped it in the pot after I glazed it with the garlic and the ginger.
How much garlic
And-
and ginger did you put in the sauce about?
I put like a handful of ginger and maybe about 4 small pieces of garlic in there.
Okay, 4 cloves of garlic.
Yeah.
And do you chop up the ginger into small pieces, or
No,
do
I
you
just smashed it.
just
Yeah,
smash
I
a
like
big
to
chunk?
smash it so the flavor comes out
Okay.
pretty good.
And then about how much water is that?
Oh, this is like half gallon. I'm gonna do like maybe
Half a gallon of water.
gallon and a half of water.
Okay, so this stock is going to be used for several dishes tonight.
It's gonna be used for 3 dishes, yeah?
Okay. And did you give me that recipe?
Yeah, you have it.
Okay.
And now I'm gonna use this patis, yeah?
Patis.
Yeah, it's patis. I use that for flavoring, yeah?
And that's a fish sauce.
Yeah, it's a fish sauce.
About how much?
I just go by taste, but probably for this, you probably use like almost a cup, yeah?
About a cup.
Yeah.
Okay.
So now I'm gonna put this lid on here and let it boil. So hopefully we can get it done earlier than the
Okay.
last time.
So can you go over one more time what you got in the big pot?
I have the chicken, paria, and kalamungai in there.
So
It's not in there yet, but it will be.
but right now you've got chicken thighs in there.
Chicken thighs with
About-
garlic and ginger.
Okay, how much chicken thighs about?
That's a 5-pound box.
5-pound box of
Right.
chicken thighs in there.
Right.
And you got a hand, about a chunk of ginger about the size of your
A hand,
that
yeah.
you mash and put
Yeah,
inside.
Right.
4 cloves of garlic,
yeah.
and a half a gallon of water.
Gallon and a half.
Gallon and a half.
Yeah.
Okay. And then what else do we have?
And now we have a little bit of patis in there.
Oh, patis. That's
Yeah.
right. About a cup.
It's about
of
a cup
patis.
of patis.
Okay.
And as I go along, I'll doctor it up, see if it needs a little bit more or not.
Okay.
So now I'm gonna fire this one up.
I think you got to press it down and hear it click. There you go.
Okay.
Okay. And then what's going to go into the next pot?
This is gonna be my pork stock, yeah? For
Okay.
making the mongo and also making the, what you call, the peanut bit,
Peanut
yeah?
bit. Okay. So these dishes, with the exception of the pork and chicken, are more vegetarian type, right?
Excuse me?
Actually, like Filipino food is really healthy because there's a lot, they
Oh,
use
yeah.
a lot of vegetables and very little meat, right?
Right. Put this in here so it goes faster.
How's our flame? Is our flame pretty good?
Oh, it's about as high as it can go, I believe.
Okay, I think that lower right burners has the highest flame, so. If you
The
want.
lower right, this one?
Yeah, that's the one that's got
Okay.
the most flame, so you
We're
might
gonna
put the
switch it
big
off
pot
then.
on that one. All right.
Yeah, and I
years-
usually get my vegetables from the farmer's market in Hilo, right on
Okay.
Mamo Street. On Wednesdays and Saturdays, they have a lot of vendors over there that sell all kind of vegetables and fruits, and which I can get pretty much all my veggies that I need for my Filipino food.
So is that pork butt, does it have any bone in it?
There is some bone in it, and I'm kind of like carving it out,
Oh, I see.
but I'm also going to throw it in there for flavoring too, yeah? That helps with the stock.
So the butcher will actually slice it up like that for you? if you ask
Yes.
him. Do they usually charge you extra for that?
Depending on where you go, some places do and some places don't, yeah?
Okay. Well, you came on our program several years ago, right?
Yeah, I think it was
Daniel?
about 3 or 4 years ago,
Yeah. And geez, we haven't had too much Filipino type dishes recently,
here?
so this will be a treat for us.
maybe. All right.
Well, I don't know if the people would like that Paria, as you say, it's kind of
Yeah,
bitter, huh?
it has an inquiring taste. But
Okay.
it's a lot of people use it when they have like stomach flus or have the flu or
So it
some
has,
kind of a cold. It's like the penicillin, huh?
oh, it has some medicinal qualities, huh?
Yeah.
Okay. Do you believe in that, or?
I do. It does work.
Okay, folks, if you have the stomach flu, go visit Empire Cafe and have some Paria.
I'm not the doctor, but I could probably fix you up.
So the meat usually is frozen. You have it
Well,
frozen.
yeah, it's usually frozen, and what I did was I thawed out a little, but I made it
Okay.
where it was still firm so I could cut it, yeah, easily.
Boy, that's a lot of pork. You
Yeah.
got there. Looks like you're going to feed an army tonight.
Well, looks like there's an army here.
Okay.
Hopefully they're hungry.
They look kind of hungry here, so yeah, I can see they're drooling. So. But I'm wondering about that Paria.
Okay. You're wondering about the paria?
Yeah.
If they'll like that?
Yeah.
Well, we'll have to find out.
Okay. I hope the technicians made a pot of rice tonight.
Oh, I made rice. Don't worry.
Did you make
I got
some
you
rice?
covered.
Oh, okay.
I brought plates too and stuff, so
Oh,
we're all set.
okay. So, what are you doing now?
Right now, I'm just glazing the pot for the pork. Yeah. Put a little bit of salt in there.
Okay. Now, what do you got in that pot that you put the
This
salt?
pot right here. Well, that's the one I'm going to be putting the pork.
Pork in. So
Yeah.
you put a little bit of water in there first.
No, I put oil.
Oil. What kind of
Yeah.
oil?
Any kind of vegetable. I use vegetable oil. You can
Okay.
use any kind of oil you like.
Okay. About how much?
Just to glaze the bottom, just so
Okay.
that
Enough to cover the bottom of the
yeah,
pot.
real lightly.
Okay. And then you're gonna toss the cube pork in there.
Right. I'm gonna throw the bones in first and have that browned out, and just add all these porks inside.
Okay.
And then we should be covered after that.
So you didn't tell me, or did you, where you learned how to do the Filipino cooking?
Right in my restaurant.
Right in your restaurant,
Yes.
huh? So yeah, on-the-job training.
On the job training.
Okay.
I was a bartender for years. I was a bartender for like 15 years before I got into the cook field.
Well,
I was supposed to just be a waiter or something at the restaurant and just helping my dad, but then eventually I just fell into the whole thing.
So was your dad a good cook?
Yeah, he was a pretty good cook.
Okay, so
So now I'm gonna add the bones,
okay.
drop it in on the bottom.
Yeah, maybe you can get an overhead shot and take a look at that. Okay.
Okay, I'm just throwing a little bit of the bones and a little bit of the pork in.
Are you going to put all the pork in there?
Yeah, pretty much.
So it's going to kind of reduce down a little bit so you can put all the pork in
Right.
that pot. So this is what takes a lot of time.
Actually, I'll just leave this on the side because
Okay.
we might not be able to finish in time if we do that, yeah? Okay.
So the thing that takes the time is making the stock
Yeah.
and cooking the pork, and once you've got the pork and the stock done, then it's easy to put everything together.
Right.
Okay. So do you do any catering over there at Empire Cafe?
Yeah. I've done a few caterings for weddings and stuff.
And how big
Up
of
to about
a...
300 people.
Oh, you can prepare for 300 people.
Oh yeah, but then I call in my gang to help me also, yeah.
Uh-huh. And what kind of meals do you serve for those big occasions?
Depending on what they would like, yeah.
So
Mostly, well, they like to go with the Filipino food. Sometimes they go with American dishes. Customers that have eaten at my place like certain dishes and they request for that, yeah.
So you do it for 300 people.
Can. Okay.
Okay. So what's next?
Okay, what we're gonna do is we're gonna do the pinakbet, yeah? The vegetable part.
Okay, the vegetable part of the pinakbet.
Right.
Do you do dinner on the run?
Dinner on the run? All the time.
Didon? Huh?
Every day.
Every day. You're not going to make that for us tonight, though.
No, I made it the last time. I decided to do a few different dishes that we didn't do from the last time that I was here.
So Didon or dinner on the run was in
the
our
last
cookbook.
time. Yeah.
Okay. Well, I'm glad you're doing some different dishes.
Right. Wouldn't be fair if I went ahead and done something I did before.
Okay. So
okay, this is an oriental bean, or the Filipinos call it the utong bean, yeah?
Utong?
Yeah, utong bean.
Okay, and that's...
It's an oriental long bean. It's kind of like a string bean.
And you can get that at the farmer's market?
Yes.
Okay.
Like this bunch is like $1. So it's kind of affordable dish, yeah?
Wow.
Use that and a few eggplants. The long eggplant I like to use.
Okay.
And what I do is I just cut off the ends because at the very end is like where it actually comes off of the vine.
Okay.
There's a brown hard husk on it, yeah? So then I just use the rest of the plant, I mean the veggie. I just cut it up to about 1-inch cubes.
Boy, those are super long beans.
Oh yeah.
And they taste kind of like string beans, or?
They're sweeter. They have a better taste. I like the taste of this, yeah. So what I'm doing is I'm just cutting up the veggies for that.
Okay, so that's one bunch of...
Yes, this will be a pot. Enough to do a small pot, yeah?
Okay. And that's always available at the farmer's market.
Right. Then we have these long eggplants that I'm going to be using.
Okay. Can you use the round eggplants?
I've never tried, and I was always told to use this, so I use these long ones, yeah?
Okay, so the...
it's better.
Traditional Filipino style is to use the long eggplant.
Right.
Okay. And then with the pinakbet, you also add the pork and some of that sauce that you're making?
Right.
So these are relatively easy to make, except for you have to prepare ahead of time to make the stock and...
Quite easily to make.
So why do you think the Tribune Herald selected your restaurant to be...
Well, I think it's a reader's choice, so it's the people of East Hawaii that have sent in their... they have like a little flyer that you can mark which ones for restaurants, service stations, and all kinds of different...
So is this for a special category of of cooking, or is it?
Yes, because they have Italian food, they have American food,
I see.
best breakfasts, and all kinds of
So do people
categories. Yeah.
Do people ask for this Pinakbet for breakfast sometimes?
Not so much, but they sometimes do. Sometimes they order soup in the morning.
So for your breakfast menu, what's on your breakfast menu?
On the breakfast menu, we do omelets, French toast, regular breakfasts. We also have mini breakfasts, pancakes, and that's basically it. Just the standard, yeah? Nothing exotic.
And you're the one-man show.
Yes, at times.
Well, who washes the pots and pans?
I do at the end of the day sometimes, or I have somebody come in and help me.
Are you looking for help?
Not at this time, but maybe down the road.
Okay. Well, maybe you might be able to use volunteers, huh?
Oh, sure. What I have right here is I'm cutting up a little bit of onions too, dicing them up, yeah. Small pieces to go also in the Pinakbet.
That's about, what, a half a small onion?
Yeah, very small onion.
Okay.
Okay. Okay, now we have the mongo that I'm going to start up, yeah?
Is that just like mung beans, or
It's mongo beans, yeah?
is that what they mean?
So the ones I'm using, because we're pressed for time, I'm using the split mongos, yeah?
Okay.
So I'm going to put that in there.
So that goes into what? What do you got in there? Water?
Yeah, it's water.
Straight water, and the split mungo beans
Right.
goes in there.
And I put a little bit of salt too.
Okay.
Help it boil along a little faster.
Okay. How much water did you put in there?
It's about half a gallon.
Okay.
Then we're going to have to wait till that thing boils, and then I'm going to play with it a little bit and mix it up, yeah?
Okay.
Okay, so we got this. We got this. Then I'm going to use a little bit of a tomato for the Pinakbet for coloring also, yeah?
So you don't cut it into small pieces. You just kind of.
Well, I'm going to squeeze it in and let it work itself, yeah?
Okay.
Okay.
And for those of you who just joined us, you're watching Agriculture 194V, focus on agriculture. And this evening we're featuring the Empire Cafe, owned and operated by Daniel Watahara. And we're preparing, or he is preparing for you, some colorful and tasty Filipino dishes.
Okay. Now this is the bitter melon that you can get at the farmer's market that goes inside the Pinakbet, yeah?
Okay.
And I'm gonna put this in last because this it gets bitter really quick if you put it in at the beginning with your Pinakbet,
Okay,
yeah?
so the more you cook the bitter melon, the more bitter it
More
gets?
bitter it becomes. Also with the Paria leaf, the bitter melon leaf, yeah?
So if you like it bitter, put it in early. If you don't like it too bitter, put it in late, huh?
Yeah.
Okay. Geez, I didn't know that. I'm learning something every day. How's that pork look?
It's coming along, slowly but surely.
Okay. Yeah, there we go.
Put a little salt in there too. I'm adding a little salt and a little bit of pepper also, yeah?
And of course, you just add the salt and pepper to taste.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And
This is a little bit of patis, yeah. I'm just putting in like 3 tablespoons for now. And I'm gonna work on it later again.
Okay. And in with the pork goes some patis.
Uh-huh.
So now, with all those things you're doing now, those are going to be used to make up the rest of the dishes. So,
Right.
Okay. So do you have dessert dishes over there at the Empire Cafe?
I only do pies like that right now. I'm not doing any halo or anything like that Filipino.
What is halo?
It's a dessert, yeah.
I think I had that in the Philippines once when I went out there, and has all kinds of fruits in there and stuff like that. Is that?
That might be but I think. I'm not sure.
Okay.
The halo is the long fruit. It's like wrapped up in banana leaf and stuff, yeah?
Oh. Okay.
If I'm not mistaken. Anyway, while waiting, I guess I should start on my salad, yeah? So what I'm doing is I'm cutting up some onions. I'm gonna dice that up. Get it all ready.
And
push
what
it off
is that
to the
gonna
side.
be for?
This is going to be for the Warabi salad, yeah?
The Warabi salad.
Right.
Okay.
Or the
Warabi
Hawaiians call it the ho'io.
Okay, Warabi is W-A-R-A-B-I.
Okay.
Warabi salad, that's a fern shoot.
Yeah, or the Hawaiians call it the ho'io, yeah?
Ho'io.
Yeah.
I think we had that on one of our earlier programs.
All right. And what I normally do is I boil it. And I already done that because we don't have a sink here, so I can't really do what I need to do, yeah?
Okay, so you...
But this is actually the Warabi. You can get it at the farmer's market. This bunch is like $1, and it makes a great salad. Has a lot of fiber in there. And I cut it up with tomatoes and onions, and I boil it. And when it's done, it's kind of like this. It's in the Ziploc, but I will be bringing that out shortly when I'm done with my salad, yeah?
And you cut the Warabi into 1-inch sections?
1 inch, yeah. 1-inch slices.
If I recall, this Warabi is kind of slimy there.
Right.
How do you get rid of the slime?
Well, I boil it. I boil it, yeah?
And by doing that...
By doing that, you take out all the unwanted stuff in there,
Okay.
and it becomes more sanitized, yeah?
So how long do you parboil?
Parboiling is just like when you boil your water, you throw it in and it boils again and you turn it off. And then you take it out, yeah?
So you put it in boiling water and then bring it to a boil again and then...
And then you put it in a colander or something and
Okay. Gotcha.
let it cool out.
And by doing that, you don't get that sliminess.
Well, you don't have much of a sliminess as if it was raw, yeah? And then a lot of the times, this part is very hard and very, like, chewy.
The basal part.
Right. So if you cut that part off and you use this part, it's better. But also when you parboil it, it also becomes soft too.
Okay.
So you actually save your product and not throwing away a lot, yeah?
And all of these dishes you serve at the restaurant?
Yes, and more. We have like
Okay.
7 or 8 items.
Let's see.
That I sell.
think you shared with me your...
Yes, I have the menu. I gave you a few menus. Yeah?
menu.
We do
And
beef
let me see if I can
teriyaki, chicken
pull it out
teriyaki,
here.
breasts, and a bunch of other stuff.
Okay. Okay, for the Filipino food specials, you've got chicken adobo, pork adobo, sari, S-A-R-I,
Sari sari? Yes.
What is, that's a delicious soup.
That's a soup.
entree with
I
pork.
think you liked that one the last time I made that for
Yeah.
you over here. It has
Yeah,
a lot of vegetables. It has the palang bean, which is like the wing bean, the
Okay.
eggplant, and the oriental bean. Squeeze a tomato and a little bit of pork. And if you like, you can also have it with a little bit of shrimp too.
Okay. Well, you also have a sari with shrimp.
Right, that's the one I'm talking about.
Okay, and then
That has pork and shrimp, yeah?
the famous
Dinaguan.
It's easier to say dinner on the run.
Dinner on the run, there you go.
That's an exotic blend of prepared pork blood and meat.
Right, and a touch of vinegar in there.
And that's pretty popular?
Oh yeah. You'd be surprised. I sell gallons of it some days.
Okay, so if you want dinner on the run, Empire Cafe, and if you don't know what it is, you got to try it out. And then Pinakbet, and I think you made, did you make pork and peas last time?
Right, I made pork and peas.
Okay, and
I made chicken papaya, I believe.
yeah, chicken papaya, Paria.
I didn't make the paria and the Kalamungai, I don't think.
Okay.
In fact, I think tonight I'm not going to do the chicken papaya. I'm just going to do the Kalamungai and the chicken paria for now.
Okay, but you did share the recipe with me.
Oh, yes. You do have the recipe?
Chicken papaya.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay, we're coming along over here, slowly but surely.
And again, for those of you who just joined us, you're watching Agriculture 194V, focus on agriculture. And this evening we're featuring the Empire Cafe here in downtown Hilo on Hilo Street. And we have with us this evening the owner, chef, and everything to do at Empire Cafe, Daniel Watahara. And we're preparing for you this evening a Warabi salad, a Paria, a Kalamungai, mungo beans, and Pinakbet. Okay, and what you doing now?
I'm just dicing up some garlic, getting ready for the mungo beans.
Okay, about how many cloves is that?
This is like 2.5 cloves, yeah? I'm using.
2.5 cloves.
Right.
And then all that onion, that's for the same?
That's going to be for the salad, yeah?
Okay.
I'm just
So the
prepping
onions,
whatever I need.
The onions, that was about a couple onions?
Yeah, a couple onions for the salad.
And the tomatoes?
There were like 3 or 4 tomatoes in there.
Okay, all chopped up finely.
Yeah.
Okay.
And now I'm going to get ready for the peanut bit. So I just put a little bit of ginger in there.
Okay.
Just a small, small piece. Very small. Just for flavor, yeah? About this much.
About a handful,
It's not even a handful.
half
maybe,
a hand.
Maybe a quarter hand.
Okay. And then you're going to chop that up.
And then I'm cutting up some more garlic.
Oh, garlic. Okay.
Yeah, for the peanut bit. This one is for the mungo beans, yeah?
Okay, about same amount of garlic, about three cloves.
Right.
Then again, if you really like garlic, you put a little bit more in, right?
Yeah, I love garlic.
Yeah, that's kind of good for your health too, huh?
Yes. I like the flavor of garlic though.
Boy, but when you eat a lot of garlic, you have to...
You gotta watch out. Can't get too close to anybody.
How's the pork look?
It's coming along.
Okay.
It's just starting to brown now.
Maybe we can get over. There we go. The pork and the mungo beans are boiling.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And what's next?
I just gotta wait until everything's pretty much cooked off before I can do too much.
So
Anything else, yeah?
When you boil the mungo beans, they kind of enlarge?
Yes, they expand a little.
Okay.
And what I'm doing is I'm trying to make it so that it comes almost like mush, yeah? Like refried beans almost.
Okay, and then for your lunch, you have potato toppers.
Yes, potato toppers is more like a Caucasian dish. It's potatoes, and then I put a little taco seasoning over it and some cheese and whatever they desire. They could have vegetables in there, or they can have chicken or beef in there.
Is this fried or?
It's grilled on the griddle. It's golden brown. It's like the spuds. They cubed up, and then I do a little bit of veggies, and then with like chicken breasts or lean beef, yeah?
Okay.
And then it has cheese over it.
Then I see you have a hamburger steak and teriyaki beef. And
Right. The hamburger steak, it's a nice size hamburger patty. And then we put some bacon on there and some onions and a little bit of mushrooms, and we saute it and we put it over the brown gravy, yeah?
And all of this comes with 2 scoops of rice.
Right.
And a tossed green salad with
Yeah.
ranch or papaya seed dressing.
Right.
Okay. Also for lunch, I see you have a chicken or beef broccoli and a mixed plate. What is a mixed plate?
A mixed plate it has a chicken breast in there, a hamburger patty, and Portuguese sausage and rice, and also a tossed salad too. Yeah.
And Asian curry, is that the one with the coconut milk in it, or is it the local style?
It's not the local style. It's more like an East Indian style, the way I make it.
I see. Okay.
Get a bunch of herbs and I pound it up with garlic and ginger and then make a nice paste with it, yeah? And then we throw it in the veggies and fry it up, and you can have it hot or mild.
Okay, so how's all the ingredients coming over there for?
Well, it takes a while, Jack, so we're gonna have to hang on for a little while.
Okay.
How are we doing on time?
Well, we got about 15 minutes. I guess you're gonna throw it all together right in the last part, huh? The grand finale.
Okay, we got 15 more minutes?
Well, yeah, about 15 more minutes.
Okay.
And we can always go a little bit after, maybe less than 15 minutes. Maybe about 14 minutes. You can throw it all together in 14 minutes or thereabouts. We can always go past it a little after 8 o'clock.
Well, we'll try to get it as fast as we can.
Maybe we get the overhead on that mungo beans. So you want to kind of smash it up further when it's boiling in there?
Yeah, I'm trying to speed it up by pushing it up a little, yeah?
Okay. How's the big pot coming?
That's coming along.
Okay. They're getting anxious to
I know.
try this food out. So I guess the preparation time is...
Okay.
Okay, what are you
What
doing?
I'm doing is I'm skimming it to take off all the oil from the fat and stuff off the chicken.
Okay.
And
So actually, if you boil this like this and you leave it set overnight, all the fat will solidify
Rise,
at the
yeah.
top, and then
Right.
easier to take out, huh?
uh-huh.
Those health-conscious people. But
Right, exactly.
that'll take an overnight to do the cooking, right?
Mm-hmm.
Is it something like stew where you leave it overnight to taste much better the second day?
Oh yeah. It tastes better after the second day.
And after
Especially
that-
the adobos too. The next
so,
day, yeah.
So at the restaurant, what do you do?
Well, I cook up as much as I think I can sell for the day, and then whatever is left over, I use it for the next day.
I see.
And it's usually gone by then.
Well, what else goes into your warabi salad?
The warabi salad, the tomatoes, the onions, and the warabi itself, yeah, and the patis.
Well, maybe you can make the warabi salad while the other
Okay.
stuff is... Can we do that, or?
Sure.
I hope I'm not pushing you. Okay, what do we got there?
This is the peanut bit
right?
stock, yeah.
Okay.
But we're gonna try to speed things up. But what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna try speed it up by putting it in a smaller pot.
Okay. And again, for those of you who just joined us, you're watching Agriculture 194V, focus on agriculture. We are coming to you live this evening from the television studios located in the Mookini Library here at the University of Hawaii at Hilo campus. And this evening we're featuring the Empire Cafe with Daniel Watahara. And we're preparing about 5 different Filipino dishes for you. And I guess it's taking some time to prepare the stock and...
I forgot how slow the stove is.
Okay. Yeah, they say in 2 years from now I'll have a kitchen, so Daniel, maybe if you can wait 2 years. I don't know if I can wait 2
I don't know.
I know our fans have been waiting for about 8 years now. We've been doing the cooking class for about 10 years. Okay, so
I'm putting a little bit of salt and pepper, and what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna start off the peanut bit pretty soon, as soon as I get this browned.
Okay.
Usually this would be done at my restaurant because I guess it's commercial gas. So it's a commercial stove, yeah?
Actually,
So it goes a
maybe
lot
what I should
faster.
have done was to bring out this other burner that Gas Pro here in Hilo donated to us, and that one would have
That's really fast?
really high heat, yeah.
Oh, see, that's what I needed.
Had I known you needed a hot flame there, I would have put that out for you, but I guess we'll manage one way or another.
Okay, we'll get this done.
Okay.
Okay, now I'm gonna set up the salad. So what I'm doing is I'm getting the onions.
Okay, first the onions go into the bowl.
Yeah, it doesn't really matter.
Okay.
I'm just putting the onions in first, and then I'm gonna go along with the tomatoes.
It's kind of like a lomi.
It actually tastes like lomi, yeah?
Okay. So a lot of onions, a lot of tomatoes. Looks good to me so far. And then the
Warabi.
one bunch of warabi that's been cut to 1-inch pieces.
Right.
After being blanched. Okay.
And then I just mix it up a little.
And what else? Did you say you put some patis in there?
I will put some patis in.
For those people out there who don't know what patis is, what is patis?
It's a fish sauce, yeah? They have also bagong, but bagong is more on the raw stuff, yeah? It's not as processed as patis, yeah?
Okay.
So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna get the patis and I'm gonna sprinkle that over.
So they say you never want to go to a bagong factory, huh?
Well, I guess. If you can handle it, I guess you could.
And about how much patis did you put in?
I just put in like maybe a quarter cup.
Okay. And then of course, if it's not, doesn't have enough of the flavor, you put
I
in a
also
little
put
more?
it in. So right there is the salad. I don't know if they can get a top shot of
What
that.
about the, are you going to put garlic in there? Or?
No, no garlic in that.
Okay, so it's onions, tomatoes, and blanched warabi and patis.
Yes.
And that's the salad.
Quite simple.
Okay, how's that pork doing?
It's doing all right.
Okay. So you got to go through this every day, huh?
Excuse me?
Lunchtime. You have to go through this every day.
Practically, yeah.
Boy, if you had a stove like mine, you'd go broke then.
Have to get up awful early in the morning to cook. Okay. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to start with the peanut dip, yeah?
Okay,
I'm going to put this in, all these
how
veggies.
much pork did you have in there, roughly?
Roughly maybe like one small handful, yeah?
Handful of pork, okay.
Yeah.
Mostly vegetables.
Right.
Okay.
I'm going to put a little bit of water in there.
Okay, about what, couple cups of water?
Yeah.
Or thereabouts?
Yeah.
Okay.
And we're just going to let that thing go.
Let it simmer, huh?
Yeah. Well, we're trying to make it speed, so.
How's that big pot? Maybe you might put that on that. Does it need a higher flame, the Pinakbet, or is that flame going to be good enough?
I want to try finish this so we can get everything ready.
Okay.
So.
How's our mungo bean? Turning into
Mungo
mush
beans is
yet?
coming along too.
Okay. Maybe we get our overhead camera on. There we go. So the mung beans seem like it took up a lot of the water. Huh? And the pork has to be browned?
Yes, I brown the pork up, yeah.
Okay.
Okay. Take this out. Exchange it in here.
Okay, put the
And then I'm going to
munggo
get
bean on
the
side. And put the
garlic in there.
in first.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then we're going to put a little bit of pork in there.
Okay. About how much pork?
Excuse me?
How much pork?
Maybe like a real good sized handful for that.
Okay. So the garlic goes in with a little bit of vegetable oil.
Excuse me?
The garlic goes in with a little bit of vegetable oil.
Yeah, just to brown it, yeah?
Okay.
This pork's coming along finally.
Geez, what do you do, Daniel, when you got when your restaurant is full? Do they? I guess your stove is much better than mine, so they get fed on time.
Excuse me?
When your restaurant is filled? Do they have to wait a long time, or?
Sometimes they gotta wait because what it is, it's not like I make things I make things on the spot, yeah?
Oh, I see. So
Because if the people realize when they eat it, the vegetables are fresh and they don't mind waiting. Because if you make sari-sari at the beginning of the day, by the end of the day, it's going to be all mushy, and they're not going to like that.
Also,
and that's what a lot of my customers say. We like the food. We don't mind waiting because it is fresh.
It's just like a home-cooked meal,
right?
Right there for you.
Right. To order.
I see. Okay.
And if they're pressed for time, they can always call me ahead of time and tell me when they would like to come in to eat lunch or to go, yeah? So that's how I basically do it.
So do you prefer that the people call you up ahead of time and then...
Well, I don't mind, but depending on their schedule, yeah? If they're short for lunch, then they should call.
Okay. And that phone number again is 935-1721. And,
yeah, it's all depending on how they like it. Some people have a long time for lunch. Some people only have half an hour, and
so now if I wanted a plate lunch from your place, I can call you right beforehand, and then when I go there, it'll be ready. Ready right off, you know.
Well, if you call me, 20 minutes, half an hour beforehand, it's the best, yeah?
Okay.
That way it'll give me enough time, because if I have a whole bunch of telephone calls, I got to catch up too, yeah?
Okay, so it's best, I suggest everybody, unless you have a lot of time, to give a call beforehand, and then by that time you'll be ready to serve the meal when you get there, right?
Right.
Either for takeout or for eating at the restaurant.
Right. Depending on what it is, especially like for something like Pinakbet or sari-sari, it does take time, yeah? Because you want the vegetables fresh, yeah? Okay.
So is it better to cook the Pinakbet in a pot like that, or inside of a wok or something?
Well, I use a pot.
Okay.
Because I do quite a bit, yeah?
So how do things look?
Well, I'm just kind of waiting on them,
looks
on everything
on
to
TV.
get ready over here.
It's beginning to smell pretty good too.
Yeah.
And I'm kind of hungry tonight, so I'm gonna look forward to trying this out.
Okay.
So now, what was in the big pot again? I forgot.
It's chicken
Chicken,
Paria.
oh, that's right. Chicken thighs. That's right.
Yeah.
How's it
Okay,
look?
we're gonna put this back on so we can speed it up. Yeah. Okay.
And how's the garlic coming?
Excuse me?
How's the garlic coming?
Oh, the
We
garlic.
can get an overhead shot of that. There we go.
Oh, it has the pork in there too already.
Okay, got the garlic, the pork, and the oil, and about a cup of water there. And then the
Mungo's
beans
going back
goes-
in.
Okay. Now that mungo beans is authentic Filipino dish with a local flavor.
It's actually a Filipino dish, yeah. Okay, the Mongols is just about done.
Okay, a little bit more patis. So in Filipino cooking, you got to make sure you have a lot of patis with you, huh?
Yeah.
And again, for those of you who are channel surfing and you happen to come on to our class, we hope you'll stick around. We have Daniel Watahara here from the Empire Cafe here in Hilo, specializing in Filipino cooking, Filipino dishes, as well as some other more local food. So if you really like local cooking, I suggest you try the Empire Cafe. So also I see on your menu here you have crispy or soft taco or shell taco, enchilada, saimin,
Right.
fried saimin,
Fried saimin,
rice.
yeah.
How's your fried rice?
Oh, it's a lot of people like it.
Okay. And of course the classic loco moco.
The loco, yeah. It's not a loco moco. That's Cafe 100 stuff, yeah.
Okay. A little more patis into the mango beans. Do you think it's better to put in the patis than the bagon?
I prefer to use the patis.
Okay.
Okay.
And
Hang on. This is the Kalamungai leaf, yeah? It's a
okay.
round leaf. It looks like a maca orange leaf.
I wonder if our overhead camera can. Okay.
I had peeled some already, so I'm gonna get ready to make that soup too, yeah?
So you just you don't throw the stems in there. You just put the leaves. in,
Right.
So this is like a chicken kalamungai soup.
Right. This is
I
gonna be the
remember when I
Kalamungai
was a
soup.
graduate student, one of my friends was Filipino, and he made some Kalamungai chicken soup for me, and as I recall, it was pretty tasty.
Yeah, it's delicious.
And you can usually tell a Filipino yard because all the Filipinos have a
Kalamungai tree in the back.
in their yard, right?
Yeah.
And for those of you who want to know what a Kalamungai tree is, I have one, at least for the students here on the university farm in our low input sustainable agriculture plot. I do have a Kalamungai tree.
Oh, you do?
Yeah.
Are you
yes.
Filipino?
No, but I've got all kinds of different ethnic crops.
All right.
Okay, for the soup, what are you're making just for one serving there, or what?
Well, I'm just gonna make a few, yeah?
Okay.
Just so we can speed up the process a little.
So what'd you do? Put in about 3 or 4 chicken thighs in there?
Yeah, and I'm gonna turn this on so we can whip that up.
How many chicken thighs in the pot, about, would you say, Daniel?
There's a 5 pounds
But in the small
in the big
pot,
one, and then this one is, I just put like 3, yeah?
3 in there, and
Yeah.
plus a lot of the stock.
Yeah, with the stock, yeah?
Okay.
And this Pinakbet is coming along quite fine too.
Is it good to put a cover on that?
I'm gonna put a cover, but I wanted to make sure it was going first.
Okay.
The way I want it to go, yeah? What I'm
And
gonna
what
do
is
is
that?
put this in. It's a little bit of patis, yeah?
Okay.
Also.
That's about, what, a 1/4 cup?
Yeah, it's like a 1/4 cup. So we're gonna put this lid on and We got the mongo almost done here. You can smell the mongo, I'm quite sure of that.
Yeah, one of my fans, Micah out there, was wondering how come I didn't say hi to Micah. So tonight I'm saying hi to Micah.
To who?
Micah. I hope he's watching tonight.
Oh, okay.
Okay. And,
okay, now we're gonna go with the Paria leaf, yeah?
Okay, the Paria.
Yeah. Which is the bitter melon leaf.
Okay, maybe
this
you can
is
put the bitter melon leaf over there more in the center so that the
okay, let me bring it out first.
Overhead camera can...
Right here. It's just the fruit, yeah?
Just lay it down on the counter and let
okay.
the overhead
what I'm going to do is I'm going to peel off the leaves and the shoots so I can make the soup for the next dish, yeah?
And you say this is available at the farmer's market?
Right, you can get this at the farmer's market sometimes. I order it from them, so they kind of make sure that they got it for me.
So you just put the tips in, or?
Put the tips and the leaves.
Okay. And this you say you want to put in last, otherwise it'll get kind of bitter.
Right, but I'm going to put it in already because I want it to break down and have everything pretty much there already because we're pressed for time, yeah?
Well, we'll see how many people stick around tonight to try this food out. I think everyone will try it out.
I think they'll like it. Okay.
Okay, and the
mungo beans is...
Mungo beans looks okay?
Yeah, the mungo beans is done already.
Okay, so you can kind of...
You want me to put it out here?
Maybe you can plate it up and just... Can you put it... Do you have room up in the front there? Just put it in the front of the counter. And
okay, we can do that.
Overhead camera can...
okay, we can do that. Let me make the Warabi salad.
Okay. Oh, that looks delicious.
Yeah, it's quite a nice looking salad too.
That's 100% vegetarian there.
Well, it has fish sauce in it, so.
Oh.
There's a little bit of tease.
Is that considered vegetarian?
Well, it has fish in there, yeah. It's fermented fish, yeah.
Okay.
If you like, you may try that salad.
So I'll try it later.
Okay.
Okay, there it is. If our overhead camera can, maybe what I'll do is I'll move it over a little bit more.
Okay.
And then our camera can zoom in onto our Warabi salad.
I'm going to taste
this. There we go. Okay, you're going to plate up the mungo beans.
The mungo beans is going to be next.
Okay. And you can put that right next to the Warabi salad, and our overhead camera can zoom in on it. Okay.
That's mungo beans.
There's the mungo beans. And then what's the Paria?
Paria, yeah.
And Kalamungai.
Kalamungai is already on. Paria is going to be next.
Okay, maybe we can get the overhead camera over the pots and...
you want the pots out here?
You can put that pot on the side, but I want the overhead. There we go. So on the lower right of your screen is the chicken Kalamungai soup. And then on the lower left is the Paria. So the chicken thighs go into the, with the bitter melon leaves. And so all you do is just, you let that kind of cook away, huh?
Right.
Okay. And the Pinakbet is
coming on.
So maybe while that is cooking, well, what are you going to plate up now?
I'm waiting for the... these other two soups. Are we pressed for time? I can just dish it out.
Well, maybe what I'll do is maybe we'll go to question and answers.
Sure.
And while you're cooking that, we'll take some question and answers from the classroom here and the people watching us on TV. And for those of you who just joined us, you're watching Agriculture 194V, Focus on Agriculture. And this evening we are featuring the Empire Cafe with Daniel Watahara. And he has prepared for us several Filipino dishes, namely Warabi salad, Paria, chicken Kalamungai soup, mungo beans, and Pinakbet, and you're not going to have time for the chicken papaya, right?
Oh, we're going to do the chicken papaya too. I can do that too.
Okay, well, we have our first caller, so will our first caller let us know where you're calling from, and go ahead with the question, please. Hello, you're on the air. Is our caller still there, folks? Okay, where are you calling from? Pahoa? Okay, and your question, I don't think we can hear the voice out here. Yes, so what is the question?
How long do you have to boil the soup?
Okay, how long do you have to boil the chicken Kalamungai soup?
I usually boil it for about 10-15 minutes, depending on what kind of range you have, yeah? If you have gas or electric.
Okay, so the main thing, Daniel, is to make sure that you make all the stock early.
Right.
Then you don't have to boil the soup that long. So if you have the stock there, then it doesn't take too long, right? And we have another caller.
Hi.
Could you let us know where you're calling from and go ahead with the question, please?
Yes, I'm calling from Waikoloa.
Okay.
And I'm one of Daniel's patrons when go out there to Hilo side at Empire. I just wanted to know how come Daniel didn't prepare the tiganoan tonight.
Didn't
Prepare the what?
I didn't hear him.
The tiganoan?
The dinaguan?
Yeah.
I did it the first show, that's why.
Oh, you did? Okay.
Yeah, I did it on the first show that I did with Jack.
I see.
I wanted to make new dishes.
That's good. I just want to compliment
But how do you like the blood?
I like it out.
Okay.
Wet, the fine one. Keep up the good work.
Thank you.
Okay, well, thank you for calling from Waikoloa on the northern part of the island. And we have another caller. Could you let us know where you're calling from and go ahead with the question, please?
Yeah, hi. I'm calling from Hilo.
From Hilo? Okay.
Yeah.
Any
And
question?
I've been to Empire restaurant. I enjoy the food. I like his salad, his Warabi salad. And I was wondering, where could I get, the recipes from?
Oh, you can get it from Jack. From Jack Fujii.
That's
He's
right.
going to be.
I'm glad you called because I'm going to put my address on the Elmo here, and all of you should know it by heart. But anyway, for the caller from Hilo, you can get a hold of me by snail mail at 200 West Kawili Street, Hilo, Hawaii 96720-4091, or you can call us tomorrow at 974-7393, or you can fax us at 974-7674, and we'll give you all the information that you need in regards to our cookbook, which will be available sometime in May. And of course, one of our earlier cookbooks has Daniel's recipes in it, and all of our older cookbooks are all available. So give us a call and we'll give you all the information.
Thank you. I really enjoy your food.
Okay, well, thank you for calling from
Thank you.
Hilo. And we have another caller. Could you let us know where you're calling from and go ahead with the question, please?
Dr. Fujii?
Yes.
This is your phantom friend, Haruso Joe.
Oh, okay.
And you're right, Daniel is all right on the subject that I've been researching for a long time. It concerns phytonutrients.
Uh-huh.
And I worked in the hospital after I retired from Pearl Harbor.
Yes.
And then, and I noticed the first generation Filipinos, they don't get cancer. And I was always wondered why, And then a newspaper eventually verified the fact that the first generation Filipinos don't. It's rare that they get cancer, and I attribute that to the phytonutrients in bitter melon because it's been reported way back. They call it Chinese melon too, see, and I was wondering, Daniel, do you know what the name of the phytonutrient that's in bitter melon?
No, I don't, to tell you the truth.
Yeah, because in fact, Dr. Fujii, I have a copy of that, all the different phytonutrients all the haole kind vegetables and fruits and whatever. But we don't have anything, no documentation on tropical things like Paria and in fact another dish I like is that sweet potato leaf. He makes a salad with tomato and round onion and with patis. You should try it too someday, Daniel.
Okay.
That thing is real good stuff.
Yeah, I believe you.
The thing about the phytonutrient, and when you eat that, most of the phytonutrients are bitter, or you know, and so I sure like to find out, Dr. Fujii. I sure like to have University of Hawaii Hilo to research the phytonutrients on the tropical vegetables, because since because of this so-called new genome thing, that will be a perfect match between the preventive medicine, you know, because actually the father of medicine, Hippocrates, he originally practiced preventive medicine, and like Daniel said, that is for the stomach ache, but I think it's better for preventing cancer, because I've been trying that on my wife, and I keeping her healthy, you know, because she has her type of genes have a tendency to develop cancer, and I think that this
bitter melon.
Bitter melon, yeah, and of course all those antioxidants, huh?
Okay.
And so I'll send you that list that I've been researching.
Okay, I'll look forward to that.
And since now you're a straight professor instead of a dean, I think you have more time to be horsing around with those them things. And I sure, because that's a thing that's lacking in agriculture.
Well, I'll talk to my plant physiologist tomorrow.
Because there's a lot of things to be known, and I think University of Hawaii is the only college that really can dig out the different information on like phytonutrients. Huh?
Okay, so you want to know the
name of that, like they have isoflavone and carotenoids and different other things that's supposed to do good for different things.
Okay.
And but anyway, that pamphlet I compiled, I will send it to you, and then you can look it from there. Besides your bugs, that is, you know, and use your bugs as a what do you call it, guinea pig, because okay. So anyway, Daniel, keep up the good work.
Thank you.
Okay, well, thank you for
And I would be interested in that thing too.
Kailua, Oahu, my friend Haruso Joe. And I want to thank Haruso for sending me the letters. I don't think I returned a letter to you, but I owe you one. And we have another caller. Could you let us know where you're calling from and go ahead with the question, please?
Hello?
Yes, where are you calling from?
Hawaii.
Okay, Kauai, and your question.
How long it takes for cook the mango beans and the mango beans recipe?
Okay, Daniel, you want to go over the mungo beans again? How long do you boil the mungo beans?
You boil the mungo beans till it kind of breaks down, and if you use the whole mungo beans, you usually soak it overnight so it breaks the shell and it breaks down. I use a split one today because it's a lot faster, yeah? And when I'm using the split ones, I boil the water, I put it in, and then you can see it kind of like breaking apart. When it breaks apart, then you can add your garlic and your pork in there, and then the patis to taste, yeah?
Okay.
Jack, we're all done with our food.
Okay, does that answer the question from Kauai?
Yeah.
Okay,
Thank you.
and maybe we can get the overhead camera on the various dishes and we can pan over it so that Daniel can explain every dish there. Are they all lined up? There we go. So what is that?
It's all lined up, ready to go.
What is that, Daniel? Can you see it on the screen?
This first one over here is the Pinakbet.
Pinakbet.
Yes, and it has all the different vegetables in there. The bitter melon, the okra, the oriental bean.
Okay, now you added okra to that, huh?
Right, a little bit of okra in there.
About
and
how
a little
much
bit of
okra
pork
do-
and garlic and ginger, yeah?
Okay, and how much okra?
I use, for this pot right here, I use like maybe 4 or 5 okras, yeah?
Okay,
And a little bit of patis in there also.
okay.
And you have the portions on that on your sheet, yeah?
Okay,
And we
yeah,
also
excuse
have
me,
the-
Daniel, we have another caller. Could you let us know where you're calling from and go ahead with the question, please?
I'm calling from Hilo.
Okay, and the question?
The question is, I noticed that he uses a lot of patis, and it's really salty, and he really put, plenty on, especially in the Mongol bean soup.
Okay.
And doesn't it get salty?
You think it's too salty?
Well, it's a
Daniel, what
light
do you
patis,
think?
yeah? It's a real light patis that I use. I don't use the heavy patis that a lot of other people use, yeah?
Oh, I see. I didn't
Yeah.
know there was a light one.
Yeah, it's a real light patis.
Oh, yeah. Because I
Yeah,
thought
it's
you
a
just
difference in the
putting it on.
patis you use, yeah?
Okay, thank you.
Yeah.
Okay, well, thank you for calling from Hilo. And do we have another caller? Okay, while we're waiting for callers, can we get the overhead camera again? And what is that on the screen, Daniel?
Okay. The left one was the peanut bed. This one is the chicken papaya, yeah?
Okay, that's a chicken. Now, you didn't give us the ingredient for the chicken papaya soup.
You should be listed on your chart over there.
Okay, let's see if I
And
can.
it has chicken thighs in there, garlic and ginger, and papaya, yeah, that we cubed up. It's the green papaya that I use, yeah?
And how long do you have to cook the papayas?
The papayas, you can throw them in with your soup,
Uh-huh.
maybe about when it's 3/4 of the way done.
Okay.
When
And
you see
then-
that the bone is showing, that's usually when the chicken is done, yeah?
Okay, well, geez, that looks pretty good to me.
And
why
then
don't
we also have-
scroll over to the next dish.
Okay.
Wait, Daniel, we have another caller. Could you
Okay.
let us know where you're calling from and go ahead with the question, please?
Hi, I'm calling from Pune.
Okay.
I'd like to say to Daniel, you're doing a really good job with the cooking of the Filipino food. It looks really ono.
Thank you.
My question to you is, what is your hours over there at Empire Cafe?
I'm open at 8 to 3 in the afternoon.
Okay, thank you very much.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Okay, well, thank you for calling from, I think that was a call from Hilo. And we have another caller, so could you let us know where you're calling from and go ahead with the question, please? Hello, you're
Hi.
on the air.
Hello,
Hi, where are you calling from?
I'm calling from Hilo,
Okay, Hilo. And your question?
and I want to know how he keeps his Warabi green, because I've eaten there before, and does he like parboil it or blanches it?
Yeah,
or
it's blanched.
Yes, that's what I do.
So maybe my...
how long do you have to keep it like in the hot water?
Well, you boil the water first,
Uh-huh.
then you cube up all your Warabi, and then you throw it in, and then when it boils again, then you turn it off. And then you
Oh,
throw it in a colander. That way it doesn't get mushy, and it's nice and firm, but still soft, yeah?
Yeah, because how come mine turned black?
I don't know.
I thought maybe I'm leaving it too long in the hot water.
Probably.
Oh, okay.
I would think
Oh,
so.
Thank you, and
Sure.
I eat at your restaurant, and you make really good Filipino food.
Thank you.
Okay, well, thank you for calling from Hilo. And remember, bring the water to a boil, throw the warabi in there, and when it starts boiling again, take it out. Okay, we have another caller. Could you let us know where you're calling from and go ahead with the question, please? Hello, you're on the air. Did we lose our caller? Well, are you still there, caller? I beg your pardon? We lost it. Okay, geez.
Oh, but delicious.
Yes. Where are you calling from?
Oh, sorry.
What was that?
I don't know.
Did we lose our caller? Okay, could you let us know where you're calling from and go ahead with the question?
my real name, but... Hello,
Hello, where are you calling from?
Kona.
Okay, and your question?
Where do you get the light petite?
I get it from T&A Seafood Imports down on Bayfront in Hilo.
Okay, thank you.
Sure.
Hi, Auntie Hilda.
Okay, we have another caller. Could you let us know where you're calling from and go ahead with the question, please?
Calling from Hilo.
Okay, and the question?
Surfing the channels, found you guys
Okay.
on this channel. And
Every
just
Thursday
want,
night.
right. Just want
want to know where is the restaurant located?
It's
Okay, Daniel?
right across from the Palace Theater. Do you know where the Palace Theater is?
Yes.
It's right across from there. It's a
Okay.
little hole in the wall. If you blink, you miss it.
All right, thanks.
And it's called the
Okay.
Empire Cafe, yeah?
Now, we're going to be waiting for a few more callers, so Daniel, maybe we can go to the overhead camera
Sure.
again, and
Sure.
what is that?
Okay, this is our Warabi salad,
Okay,
the one that the lady was talking about, with the Warabi, the tomatoes and the onions and the light fish sauce. And it's a good vegetable dish, yeah?
okay, Daniel, we have two callers, so will the
Okay.
first caller let us know where you're calling from, and go ahead with the question, please.
Yeah, how's it going? I'm from Kauai, bro. I'm just calling from Kauai, and I would notice I just surfed the channel, bro. Every time he was boiling all that stuff, he was just squirting the patis all in there. No, stay salty.
No.
It's a light patis.
What kind of patis that?
It's
You know,
It's
a
a real light
kind.
patis.
Oh, so you taste them as you go?
Yeah.
Okay, just checking, brother.
Yeah. Don't worry.
Okay.
Don't want to kill anybody.
So it's a real light patis, kind of like the light shoyu. Okay, we have another caller. Could you let us know where you're calling from, and go ahead with the question, please?
Hi, Dr. Fujii. This is Pan.
Oh, from Honomu. Okay, go ahead.
Dr. Fujii,
Yes.
regarding the material you need on the bitter melon,
Uh-huh.
I remember growing up, there was a Mrs. Malcarat, was with the Department of Health, and she had some materials out on the Filipino vegetables.
Oh,
So you get research look at, like I said, this must be in
I should-
40s or the 50s.
okay. Do you know if the library has that?
Gee, I don't know, but I remember seeing my mother when growing up, and she'd come to speak to the Filipino people in the camps, and she would bring information on those things.
Or had the various...
Yeah, and how vitamins, and everything in there. This is
Okay.
Mrs. McElrath.
That's McElrath.
Yeah.
Okay, from the health department.
Yeah.
Well, maybe I'll call the health department up, and if they give me some information,
Yeah.
I'll forward it to Haruso Joe.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Thank you for calling, Pat.
Bye-bye.
And we have another caller, so could you let us know where you're calling from, and go ahead with the question, please?
Hello?
Yes, where are you calling
Steven
from?
from Hilo.
Hilo, okay, and your question?
I was wondering if the soup would be good if you have colds and stuff.
How is the dishes
If I have a
served cold?
Yeah, it would be good for colds.
Oh, okay, Daniel, do you think this gentleman says, are these dishes good for a cold? If you have a
Yes,
cold?
it is. Actually, the chicken papaya, the Kalamungai, and the chicken Paria. My girlfriend, she's Italian, and she likes the Kalamungai soup. She says that's the thing that fixes her up all the time.
Okay, thanks.
Okay.
Okay, for all you folks that have a slight cold, or go to the Empire Cafe and have some of this fine food, and we're not endorsing this or anything, but it may help. It may help. We don't have any callers, so did we go over all? Okay, we have one more caller real quick. Could you let us know where you're calling from, and go ahead with the question, please?
Hello?
Yes, where are you calling
Hi,
from?
Dr. Fujii.
Yes,
I just wanted to let you know the Kalamungai,
yes.
it's with the horseradish family, and it's the highest vegetable in iron.
Horseradish family.
Uh-huh. I learned that when I took my son to the baby clinic, and they had a booklet on the local vegetables.
Oh,
Yeah, so it's related to the horseradish family, and
Okay.
it's the highest vegetable in iron.
okay.
Thank you.
Well, thank you for
Bye-bye.
calling, and I think we've run out of time. I'd like to take this opportunity to thank Daniel. With us. So thank you for watching. This is Jack Fujii saying good evening.